trouble, 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 double, double trouble.
Thanks for joining me, folks. Once again, Bill Mack here with another edition of Pro Wrestling Unleashed. Glad you folks could join me. Sorry it's been a while since I haven't made a video. I've not done too many videos here lately. I've been doing other things, but glad as always I could be able to appreciate doing a video for you folks here, WWE fans. This is one of the big four, Royal Rumble, which kicks off basically the road to WrestleMania. all the storylines and stuff should basically kick off and lead us down the path to WrestleMania within just a few months. Thanks for joining me here, and if you like this video, just give it a thumbs up. And I'm going to get right into into my predictions here, as these the matches are in no particular order. So let's get right into it. All right, first up, we have the Cruiserweight match to kick off. There are approximately 3 matches that are going to kick off the WWE Royal Rumble kickoff show, as we see Kalisto and Grandma Talik and Lindsay, can't remember his last name, Lindsay Dorado, I think is his name, and they're taking on, of course, Drew Gulak, never get his name, TJP and Gentleman Jack Gallagher. I think that the faces are going to win here. You know, I just think the mask guys kind of got it going on. So I'm thinking this. I haven't really seen too much of the build-up, as I'm not really an avid fan of 205 Live, but we'll see what happens. So let's keep on going. Up next, we also have a match, and why this is on the kickoff show is beyond me. Maybe this is a filler match. I know the Revival have made their return, but from watching Raw 25 the other night and seeing how they're used already, losing steam, I guess the injuries, sometimes when you have injuries like that, it does hurt, and it does really just, it can really stumble a team. You know, they've had back-to-back injuries. They weren't able to, you know, do much on their appearance and arrival when they came in off the bat. Whenever you get hurt like that, you have that tendency, and that's what happened with them. Gallows and Anderson, I think they're trying to revamp them with the Balor Club, so I'm taking Gallows and Anderson to get the win here. Just be logical sense to me. All right, up next, we got a match here. This is Bobby Roode. For some reason, the U.S. title is being defended on the kickoff show, and it being a Royal Rumble, you think all the titles would be on the line. I would at least. But Bobby Roode is issuing a U.S. Open challenge. Now, all points to me is I think this being on the kickoff show would be that I think Dolph Ziggler would be the one to come out. Dolph, you know, is making his way to come back. He didn't come back on Smackdown. So I'm thinking he's going to come back and challenge Bobby Roode for the U.S. title. Now, remember, he walked out and left it just a month or so ago, the title, and they had this tournament, and Bobby won it. So that's going to be like a who's the real champion, you know, and have one of those type of deals. So, but I think Bobby Roode, I know Dolph is supposed to get a push, but I still think Bobby's going to hold on to it. So my pick will be that I think that Bobby's going to end up retaining, and I think Dolph will be the one to answer the U.S. Open challenge. All right, we've got. I'll get all crossed up here. Here we go. Went too far. Did I go too far? Yeah, I went a little too far. Perfect. We got the first ever 30-woman Royal Rumble match. This is tough. I've got actually a list of the women that are participating in it. We've got so far the 18 that are basically in this matchup. We've got Asuka, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, Sasha Banks, Nia Jax, Bayley, Naomi, Natalya, Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, Mickie James, Tamina, Lana, Carmella, Becky Lynch, Dana Brooke, and Alicia Fox. That's the 18 women that are so far. Becky, that's tough to say because there's going to be like 12 more that are not on it. Some said Ronda Rousey is basically could make an appearance. Whether she's going to win it or not, I don't know. But they've played off her signing. I feel like it's difficult to tell. You know, I'm really so used to. I thought first Asuka was going to win it to get the title, but it's up in the air. But I'm going to go safe bet and just go Asuka here. I don't see anything right now, anybody else that they've showed challenges. So I'm going to say Asuka's going to win the first ever women's Royal Rumble matchup. So Asuka's going to be would be the safe pick for me. All right, moving right along. All right, now since we've had the women, now we have the men. 30-man Royal Rumble matchup, and I will, of course, like the women, I will give you the list of the men. Let's see here. Let me scroll up here for you so I can pick this up. All right, we have John Cena, Finn Balor, Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, The Miz, Elias, Baron Corbin, Woken Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt, Aiden English, Rusev Day, Titus O'Neil, Apollo Crews, Ty Dillinger, who's looking like he's going to be a heel now, Big E, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and of course Roman Reigns. And watch Roman Reigns come in third. He's going to piss everybody off like they did last year when they did. I so hated whenever they did that, was putting Roman Reigns last, number 30 to coin. It's like Vince throwing up in the fans' faces exactly what he wants to do and how it makes him happy just to do that. So I don't know yet some of the legends who they're going to bring in, whose surprise call-up's going to bring in, but I'm just going to say maybe Roman Reigns gets it. Maybe he gets it. I don't know. I'm hoping not, or like I said, it's just he's always a safe bet to win or one of the last few in, but it could be a surprise this year. Who knows? But I'm guessing Roman might end up being the champion or might winning the Royal Rumble, which would be a slap in the face. You and I have real fans that just don't like Roman Reigns, but that's who I think is going to get it. So Roman Reigns probably be a safe bet with this matchup. So I'm picking Roman Reigns to win the Royal Rumble for the men. God have mercy on my pick. Oh, let me go back. Went too far. Let me go back a little too far. Forgive me, folks, on this audio or this video here. I'm testing something with my phone now. Let me get it. Here we go. All right, let's see. All right, up next we have the Raw men's tag team matchup. You've got the champions, of course, Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan, defending the titles against The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro. We've seen some dissension here between Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan, and it just seems like that dissent is going to cause a problem with them when they go in their match against The Bar. Usually whenever you have two partners that are off key of each other, they're not on the same page, that has a tendency to cause a problem within the matchup. So I'm thinking The Bar may win this, folks. I don't, they've just shown this deceit between Jason Jordan. He's beginning to be more of a heel. He's getting a reaction now. Of course, he's being the heel, Seth's being the face. So The Bar maybe end up picking a win on this one. So we'll see how it goes. But my pick and my thought opinion will be that The Bar will, of course, win this matchup. Moving right along to the Smackdown side, since we already seen what that is. Okay, here we see, I don't get too far, Bill. All right, we have the Smackdown matchup now. This is what's wasted time. See, this is something we could go without, is having a 2 out of 3 falls for the Usos versus Jason against Gable and Benjamin. I like both teams. I like the Usos. Benjamin and Gable, I'm not sure if they're ready to take the titles off the Usos yet. I mean, I wouldn't see it surprised if they did do that because the Usos have held the titles enough. Benjamin and, of course, Gable haven't had the titles, so who knows? I mean, they could win it. I wouldn't give it to them, but just having a 2 out of 3 falls is really ridiculous when you knock the U.S. title out of contention. And like I said, we still don't know what's going to happen with the Cruiserweight title since Enzo got suspended or fired from the company with the title. So it just remains to be seen. But a 2 out of 3 falls matchup is not what I'm looking forward to seeing out of these two. To me, it takes away from Rude having a sort of a open challenge match with Ziggler on the card. I'd rather see Ziggler, if he's going to indeed come back tonight, to be on the card. I'd rather for it to be on the card than being on the kickoff show. I just think that's ridiculous to begin with. So I'm going to leave it. Maybe Benjamin and Jordan get it this time. I don't know why I want to keep calling him Jordan. Gable get it this time. So you can pretty much tell I'm not really focused too much on these two guys, but maybe they'll get it. The Usos have had it long enough, and Gable and Benjamin are a newer tag team. So I'll say they'll get it. So you say, wow, Big, you picked a lot of title changes. Well, I mean, it's about time. If you're going to do a title change, this is the pay-per-view to do it. I mean, at one of the big four, you don't want to do it on the side, one of these minor pay-per-views, but this is one of the big ones. You want to have that. So we'll see what happens here. And moving right along, winding down to the main event. We have here, this is for the Smackdown, for the WWE Championship Match. This is a handicap match. Of course, you got the two best friends with Owens and Sami Zayn taking on AJ Styles. And whoever wins it will have the title. I don't think they'll be co-champions. I think whoever gets the pin will get the title, I guess is how that's going to work, instead of them sharing the title, which it really, WWE always gives you the craziest matches. But I think, Owens and Zayn have been together, and, Owens ain't really got a best friend. He's always betraying him. He did Sami to begin with. Sami helped him out in his match against Shane. They've been together on SmackDown as a pair, but it's about time for it to come to an end. I'm about ready to see Kevin Owens back being a singles competitor, Sami going back down to the mid-card. I think that there's going to be some sort of problem between Sami and KO when it comes to pinning AJ. I think this conflict's what's going to happen, and you're end up going to see them two get in a fight or a fuss or argument. It's going to lead AJ Styles to pick up the win, maybe like a roll-up. But I'm thinking that AJ is going to end up retaining the title and not losing it against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Whenever you see two guys fighting for the title, they're going to be selfish in the end. They're not going to let one let the other get it if he can help it. So I'm picking AJ Styles to retain the WWE Championship. So moving right along, this should probably be the main event, which one match I'm looking forward to seeing. This is a triple threat for the Universal title over on SmackDown. You got the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman, taking on Kane, taking on Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. Remember, Brock doesn't have to be pinned to lose the title. To me, I'm picking Braun. I'm sorry, I'm picking Braun. It's Braun's time. You built the man up to be a monster. He's tipped over a semi-truck. He's thrown Brock around. Kane hadn't really had that much of a chance. But come on. It's about time for you to pick him. I'm ready for Braun to do this. I'm ready for Braun to gain the championship. It's his time. Even if he loses before WrestleMania, I'm fine with that. But the man needs the title push. He's been built to a monster. You can't push the man any higher up. He's over with the crowd. You see him how monster. He looks like a legitimate threat. So let's just see what happens with this matchup. But I'm picking Braun Strowman to win the matchup. So that's who my pick's going to be. And I thank you, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Sorry it's a new one. I'm tinkering with the screen capture and stuff. I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Like it. Leave me comments. I will answer you back. And and I'll add another video in as soon as I can. So, until next time, this is Bill Mack with Pro Wrestling Unleashed saying, take it easy. Now I got to cut it off.
Yeah.